All right, what up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Living the Dream podcast. Today on the show, we are talking about doing what you know is right, even when you don't want to do it. So basically, that is integrity. And I'm just going to tell you guys real quick where it showed up in my life. I would say my relationship with my fiance. So this is the third part in the three-part series of just the last 24 hours of my life, how I felt extreme apathy and I chose to take time for myself, with a little bit of breathing, a little bit of slow walking, at sleep, getting my mind when I was sleeping, getting my mind right. I also looked at myself in the mirror and I talked about how when I looked at myself in the mirror, I affirmed the negative, apathetic, untrue kind of foundational beliefs in my life, as opposed to what I want to do, which is affirming the positive, true things in my life. And I did that because it was very true that in that moment, I felt extreme apathy. I felt like the world was kind of over, life was over, everything was pointless. Why should I even live? Like, those are the thoughts that were going through my head. However, I don't think those things are true. I don't identify with those things. What I think is true is that I'm worth it. People are worth it. The world is thriving, beautiful, and abundant. Like, those are the things that I identify with. But my thought process, my emotional state, boy, it was not there, let me tell you. And all of that was because um, in my ideal life, I'm having pretty consistent sex with my wife. Gracie is my fiance. We are not having consistent sex because we're not married yet and we are Christians and we want to not have premarital sex. I want that and I don't want it. I'm kind of on both sides. Honestly, if it weren't for Gracie's kind of steadfastness in that, I'd probably be having sex, just straight up. So that's also something that is it feels like not only is it like messing up my picture of my ideal life, right? Like my expectations, but there's a time barrier, and I can't speed up time. I can't slow down time. I can't control time. And usually in my life, I can take action steps that alter how fast or slow I get something. And so I feel like I can control the results, right? This is an instance where I can't. That triggered a lot of emotion in me, a lot of anger that was rooted in loneliness and sadness, which turned on my apathy. Is all that making sense? You following me? So now I want to talk about integrity. So we can feel a certain way. We can understand how we feel. We talked about emotional intelligence a little bit with this. We can understand how we feel. We can be present with how we feel. We can acknowledge how we feel. We can understand how we're relating to others. All that good stuff. But then it comes to integrity. It comes to action. And what I love about this is you can control your actions. You can control your thoughts. It's a bit harder to control your emotions because those come and go. Those will sway you. But despite negative or positive emotion, you can act positively. So today, Gracie and I hang out like every day. We see each other every day. I'm a big quality time guy. I was not going to go see her, frankly, because I didn't want to see her, didn't really want to hang out with her, and because I'm angry and I want to stay angry. So I want to talk about two ways it has shown up in my life. I was angry and I felt convicted for being angry because I understand a lot more about the self improvement game now. And I understand that happiness is a choice, gratitude is a choice. You don't have to stay angry. Like, you just don't. And as we're angry, we think thoughts that make us angrier. So change your thoughts and you'll be more happy. Like, I promise you. Just do it next time you're angry. Change your thoughts and like feel the change in your body. It literally happens. Like, I feel pressure in my head be relieved as I think different thoughts. So in my relationship with my fiance, I was really angry, and I would say integrity showed up when I chose not to be angry anymore. I was going to wake up today and I was going to tell her, "Hey, I'm not coming to see you today. Like, I just don't want to see you because I'm upset." And I had to make a choice. It was like, okay, I'm not as angry and apathetic as I was feeling last night. And last night I made the decision that I was going to wake up today and tell her I wasn't going to go see her. I woke up today, I was feeling a little better. Honestly, I want to see her later today because I love her. I care about her a lot. I was just very angry, feeling very apathetic at the time. But I felt the need to commit to a decision that I made on a negative emotion. And you just got to know, you kind of got to have your moral compass and your golden star that you're following. North Star, I think is what it's called, not Golden Star. But it's like, is that a way I want to make decisions? And I've done that work. And no, that's not a way I want to make decisions. So I had to make the flip. And I was like, I'm not going to send that text I actually woke up today and I was like, I'm gonna send that text. I'm gonna send that text. I'm gonna send that text. But by the time I got out of bed, I was like, honestly, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not gonna send that text, right? And I'm glad that I had the emotional intelligence to pause because I could have sent the text last night, but I was like, no, I'll wake up in the morning and see how I'm feeling. And I was like, I'll wait a couple minutes after waking up in the morning, get out of bed, see how I'm feeling before I send the text. And all of that pause allowed me to come to the conclusion that I was making a decision off of negative emotion, which is probably going to be a negative decision, which is probably going to have a negative outcome because um, grapes don't come from fig trees, right? Figs come from fig trees, or figs don't come from grapevines, all that biblical wisdom. So that's how integrity has shown up in my relationship with my fiance. One, I felt convicted about being angry. And I felt convicted about being angry because of the knowledge I have right now in the self improvement space. Two, I was honestly not going to see her because I wanted to punish her. Like straight up, I was like, I'm really upset. I want to make you feel bad too. Hurt people, hurt people. I was hurt. I wanted her to feel the same emotional pain I was feeling. I was like, when it came down to that, and when I realized that was at the root of it, I was like, bro, that's whack. And that is not at all how I want to be in the relationship. So I didn't send the text. I'm gonna go see her today. Maybe she'll listen to this when it comes out, and she'll realize kind of what was going on in my head because I often don't know how to communicate it without like really like hurting somebody's feelings in the moment. And so now I'm talking on the podcast. I'm in a much better mood. I'm talking about honestly, kind of objectively. Um, yeah, it's just that is what it is. I feel like I can communicate to you guys. I'm basically talking to myself right now, and people are going to listen. You know, so this is kind of a little bit of therapy for me, I guess. But that's how integrity has shown up in my life. I knew it was wrong to punish my fiance for something that's like something I agreed to, something that I have like comes back to extreme ownership, right? Like I choose to be in this relationship. Why would I punish you for my choices? That doesn't really make a lot of sense. So it's like if you want to um, change, just get out of the relationship. Like there are people who would go have sex with you, but that sex wouldn't be good sex because you wouldn't have the connection that you have with your fiance. So you could just wait and change your perspective. Is always what I come back to, but it's hella hard. Like it's so hard. It's so so difficult to do. So that's where integrity has shown up in my life. It's also shown up in wholesaling and business. I've chosen not to do things because it didn't rub me the right way. Like I have long-term goals of ending poverty for um, for people around the world, and so I don't like to benefit off of somebody else's struggle. But it's kind of twofold there because some of that can be limiting beliefs, like in wholesaling homes. If I help somebody avoid foreclosure, that's helping their credit, but I'm also picking up their house at a deal. So it's like I'm profiting, profiting. I am taking a profit from this. They are taking a profit from this. It's a win-win-win situation. However, I feel bad about taking that profit. So is that a moral thing, or is that a like limiting belief? Honestly, I think they're kind of intertwined in there. That's what I think. But yeah, that's where integrity has shown up in my life. But specifically in this three-part series with my fiance, it was choosing to not punish her for my choices, which is such a silly line of thought, but we do silly things when we're upset. And also just choosing not to be angry because it's not right to be angry. It's not right towards me, it's not right towards my fiance, and it's not right towards anybody I interact with that day. Where do I want integrity to show up in my life? Obviously, everywhere. Like I want to have a moral compass and have a understanding of truth in my life and then live by that truth. Straight up, just everywhere, in every moment of every day, which I think is the ideal dream life. Like just living in alignment with your truth and your authenticity. That's what my idea of the ideal dream life is. And so when integrity starts to show up everywhere, I think that looks like going to end poverty instead of working a job. Like I genuinely do. If I'm not passionate about my job, but I'm passionate about ending poverty, I want integrity to show up in the fact that I go towards ending poverty. I go towards coaching people. I go towards day trading with my friends and my family because I think that is a great way to increase your income. I just go towards helping people and impacting people the way I feel called. I think that's integrity as well. I go towards following up with relationships, following up with friendships, because I care about people the way God cares about people. And God does a lot for everybody every day. So I should also do a lot for everybody every day. He also does a lot for me every day. So I should also do a lot for me every day. And it's just like, I don't know, just showing up and, yeah, living with integrity in every area of my life. I think that's a cool goal. How can you apply it to your life? I would say get clear on your moral compass. Like I really try to line stuff up with the Bible, and if the Bible says that something is wrong, I try to see if it's wrong. I will say I'm not perfect at it. I also kind of take the Bible's words and pull it through my own moral compass because there are some things that I disagree with. Just straight up. Sorry, I'm not a perfect Christian. So yeah, I would say get clear on your moral compass, and I think that's a lifelong journey. For some people, I guess they could decide right now and carry that through for the rest of their life, but I think we're always learning. I think it's hard to make perfect decisions as an imperfect person. So you will learn, you will pivot, get as clear and transparent as you can on your moral compass, and realize you will continue to grow. And then make decisions based on that compass. And that's how I think you can live with integrity. If you guys like this, go ahead and shoot this over to 1 to 3 people you know need to hear this message. Go ahead and give us a 5-star review. Excuse me. Gosh dang. Go ahead and give us a 5-star review on iTunes. Check out the Creative Dealmakers Mastermind, where we are helping people make creative deals that push them towards their ideal dream life. On that note, we're out. Oh, that mastermind is on workwithtimmydouglas.com. I love helping people. I hope you love helping people. Go ahead and join the community. And on that note, we're out.